Organizing Safely in the Age of Surveillance. A practical guide in the modern United States, grassroots organizing is increasingly vital as many oppose federal actions without clear political recourse. Millions are turning to bottom-up resistance, yet face intense government surveillance and cooperation from tech companies holding vast amounts of personal data. This creates a high-stakes dilemma. How do you build movements without exposing members to monitoring by agencies like Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) and Customs and Border Protection (CBP), which operate with significant funding and a history of overreach? The challenge lies in balancing secrecy with the need for open collaboration, as movement power stems from numbers and solidarity. No single technical fix solves this. Instead, organizers must adopt a strategic approach, prioritizing what needs protection while acknowledging that some information will inevitably become public. Assess what matters most. Threat modeling. Digital security experts recommend threat modeling as the first step. This means identifying what adversaries might seek to surveil and what information is most sensitive. Create clear boundaries. Some conversations must stay secret, while others can happen on less secure platforms. Over-encryption can be counterproductive, creating barriers and increasing errors. The key is realism. If information will soon be public, like rally permits, there's less need to lock it down. Excessive secrecy can alienate new members, as activism relies on open communication. As Eva Galperin of the Electronic Frontier Foundation, F points out, much organizing is simply unsexy, but essential. Phone trees, casserole deliveries, word of mouth. Critical data like warehouse locations must be carefully protected, as these are proven targets for theft and political violence. Explicitly identify sensitive data and keep it close. Secure communications. Beyond basic encryption for text and voice, Signal remains the default recommendation. It offers end-to-end encryption, is free, open source, and widely used. Unlike WhatsApp, which also uses Signal's protocol, Signal doesn't log metadata about who is communicating with whom. A crucial privacy feature. Enhance Signal's security by enabling disappearing messages, even with a 1-week timer, to reduce leak risk. Use Signal usernames instead of phone numbers to limit exposure. However, encryption isn't foolproof. Large groups over 50 members become less secure, as vetting is difficult. Keep sensitive discussions limited to small groups or one-on-one. Device security matters. Strong passcodes, biometric lock disabling, and even using a separate alt phone for sensitive communications are worthwhile steps. While alternatives like SimpleX and Session exist, experts advise sticking with Signal due to its maturity and wider adoption. Avoid private messaging on mainstream social media, as their privacy promises are weak. Slack, despite its efficiency, is a privacy nightmare. Its logs are searchable and accessible to law enforcement. Safer alternatives include Mattermost and Matrix, which offer end-to-end encryption, timed auto-deletion, and self-hosting options, though the latter requires significant technical expertise. Collaboration tools. Balancing security and usability, organizing demands shared documents and spreadsheets. Cloud-based tools like Google Docs and Microsoft Office 365 are convenient but vulnerable to surveillance. Expensive enterprise encryption solutions exist, but are impractical for most groups. The reality is that these tools will hand over data to authorities if legally compelled. Evan Greer of Fight for the Future argues that organizers should focus on fighting, not endless configuration. For greater security, consider Proton's suite of encrypted tools: Proton Mail, Docs, Sheets, Calendar, Drive. These offer end-to-end encryption but may require users to adopt a new platform. The key is to understand the risks and choose tools accordingly. Ultimately, safe organizing requires a pragmatic approach. Prioritize what matters most, secure communications effectively, and weigh usability against security at every step. The core principle is not absolute secrecy, but strategic protection of the most vulnerable information. Surveillance is pervasive, but informed decisions can mitigate the risks and empower movements to operate effectively.